Judge, this is the case of the Hudsons.
Thank you. Okay, you all may be seated. Mr. Roberts, you filed this case before the court?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
Well, I still pay child support because our daughter goes to school. It's better for her to go to school in her area as opposed to mine. Our schools are terrible. We don't really do well over there, and her school is great over there. But I want kind of a reduction.
Wait a minute, when you say reduction, you're paying child support to her.
Yes.
Who does the child live with?
But she goes to school with her.
It's not a, wait a minute.
Yes,
You all know that's not how this works, right?
What?
Gentlemen, buckle up because today's case is one heck of a ride. We're diving into a legal roller coaster filled with twists, jaw-dropping revelations, and a financial plot that will leave you speechless. Meet Mr. Roberts, a father who's still paying child support even though his child is living with him. Wait, what? How does that even make sense? Well, stick around because we're about to uncover the details in this courtroom drama. Keep an eye out for contradictions, legal loopholes, and the audacity of some arguments. Who do you think will come out on top, and more importantly, who's truly in the right here? Stay tuned as we break it all down with sharp analysis, and maybe even a little tough love.
The person who the child lives with does not pay child support. The person who the child does not live with pays child support.
Well, ma'am, originally we had an agreement with the court.
And it's your honor or judge.
I'm sorry, your honor.
Oh, really?
My bad. We originally had an agreement, but she goes to night school. So, our daughter lives with me.
Okay,
but she goes to her
cute
school.
that you guys have an agreement.
Yes, ma'am.
But the person that the child lives with does not pay child support. You understand that, right, ma'am?
Yes, but I'm the one that pays for her schooling.
How much is her schooling?
It's $600 a month.
$600 a month. But the child lives with him. She has needs outside of school. You understand that, right?
Yes, I understand.
So the child is living with you.
Yes.
You're paying for her day-to-day expenses.
Absolutely.
You're paying for her extracurricular activities, I'm assuming, right?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
What are you paying for besides school?
I only pay for school and the food that she eats on a day-to-day basis.
You put food in his house?
Boom. The judge just dropped a bombshell. The person who has custody of the child should not be paying child support. That's like paying rent for a house you already own. But here we are, Mr. Roberts has been handing over money, thinking it's just part of the deal. But here's the kicker. This isn't about generosity or agreements, it's about the law. What's fair is fair, and fairness seems to have taken a back seat in this one. So what do you think? Should personal agreements override the legal standard?
Why don't y'all just get back together?
No, that's not a good idea.
That doesn't make any sense.
She's kind of volatile. So we like each other outside of a relationship, but in a relationship, it's kind of volatile. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, that's not how this works. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You should not be paying child support to her, and the child lives with you. Are you giving him the money back?
No,
What are you doing with the money?
I spend it on her schooling. And
You spend it on what?
using it to pay for her schooling.
To pay for her school, but she does not live with you. You know where? How much money you make a year?
I make $50,000 a year.
Wait, hold up.
Did I say something wrong?
I didn't know you had a job.
What do you mean? Hold up.
I didn't know she had a job.
The age-old solution. Why don't you just get back together? Classic. But Mr. Roberts isn't having any of it. He quickly points out that their relationship is volatile. Basically, disaster waiting to happen. Can't say we blame him. Co-parenting can be tough, but forcing a relationship just for financial reasons, that's a recipe for disaster. What do you think? Could rekindling an old flame ever work in a situation like this?
You're coming in here playing these games. Look, we're not here to play games, okay? He should have known that you were working. And you should not be taking money away from him, and you have a job, and you're making how much?
I'm making $50,000 a year.
$50,000 a year? You know what? You think it's a game.
In all honesty, Judge, I
In
just
all
started
honesty,
working.
you think it's a game. That's not cute. And this is not funny. This is a serious matter. This man is paying child support for a child who lives with him. He has to pay extra money for his expenses and everything. You understand that? So you have a 2-bedroom home or
Yes, ma'am.
apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
He has to get an extra bedroom. That's extra money that he could be saving. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Electricity bill, all the other expenses, they're increasing. While you're sitting on $50,000 a year. Okay, so based on the calculation I have here, have your gross at $4,166.67. Brings your net down to $3,266 to $3,266.81. How many children do you have, ma'am?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. That's going to be based on 20%. So child support is $653.37. You can close your mouth. It's okay. You're getting $600 right now from him, and you make $50,000 a year. Who pays health insurance for this child?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$150.
$150. How often are you paid?
I get paid every 2 weeks.
Okay. So for the child only, it's $150.
Yes, ma'am.
You do understand that a part of the child support obligation is.
Wait a second. She has a job. And not just any job, she's making $50,000 a year. Cue the moment when the judge's patience runs out, and honestly, who can blame them? How do you forget to mention that you have a steady income? This isn't monopoly money, it's real cash being taken from a father who's already doing the heavy lifting. If transparency is key in court, then this is a major red flag. Should parents who hide financial details face penalties? What do you think?
You understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you, ma'am, will be paying $653.37 plus $150 as medical reimbursement for the child, which brings your monthly obligation to $803.30.
And here it is, the hammer comes down with some financial justice. The math is simple. She now owes him $83.37 per month. The tables have officially turned, and her reaction, pure shock. That stunned silence says it all. It's one thing to take money, but having to pay it back. That's a whole different ballgame. Fair is fair, and the system should work both ways. But here's a question for you. Should past overpayments factor into this calculation?
You can close your mouth, because that's what it's going to be.
Thank you.
Any other questions, anything else pertaining to the child? We're not here to play games, man. You need to do what's right by him as well as by your child. Everybody clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If nothing further, you all are dismissed.
And that, folks, is how justice is served. The court set the record straight. If you have custody, you shouldn't be paying child support. Oh, and if you're making $50,000 a year, honesty isn't calculation, legal necessity. The lesson here: always keep your financial records straight, because the courtroom doesn't have time for games. What do you think about this case? Was the ruling fair, or do you see it differently? Let us know in the comments, and if you love breaking down legal drama, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more jaw-dropping courtroom moments. See you next time.